Ah, the recusants. Can you believe they can scarcely believe it? You might be surprised to learn they only had to ask. It's on Mount. That's where they hide. Just you wait. You'll rue the tale of how. It's on. That's where they hide. Just you. The tale of.
Greetings. Are you here for?
Well, I took you no matter it. Lay out your own.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever.
Upon my name as Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Renala of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones, to be better born anew? Ah, is it thy to become? Be not I would birth.
Okay. Here's don't move, okay. Can you read the one on the brown? 10 times 12 times 12. What's the answer? Ready? Very good. 13 plus 13. Let's go. Go. Emotional, damn it. Together. Are you ready? Hey you. Hey Mister. I
split up and try and ask different. Wait, what did that woman whisper to you? Okay.
Did I even hear what she whispered to me?
You look over, she's still behind you. I was simply going to suggest perhaps the bludgeoning was a cover for the real puzzle.
Is that what you think? Interesting theory.
Can I go back and have Don't slurp at my
eating spaghetti? Have a lot of
With this new information, could I track back the whole body of the previous murder victim? Check for that specifically and see if there's stab wounds. I don't know.
poison.
You can.
Okay.
Poison?
That's gonna be a 16,
Poison?
damn it.
Poison?
Yeah, so the second investigation would be with a higher DC. Whenever you walk over to try and discern any other extra information, the most you get from this is you notice that they were also pickpocketed.
Also pickpocket. Chip looking worse and worse for you.
I look insane right now. I'd like to look back to the original first body.
It's Rebecca who you danced with.
She's still there. She's still fine.
Still lifeless here.
Oh, but the way she was, nothing's changed.
No.
So far, whoever murdered them also stole from them. This guy's missing a ring. Chip.
Remind me what you rolled for the second body. Did you see? I mean, for the investigation. Was
Wait,
it 17?
I think it was 17 exactly.
There's an engraving on the dagger. It says Matt.
Right, Matt Dagger.
I started walking over towards Jay, but I'm walking with a left now. I'm really getting into this guy. And I look at her. Felix
So, what do you
People are literally dead. Like 2 people are dead. And you're
more will die.
Can we arrest him?
I'm kind of thinking we should just arrest him.
No, tell me what you want.
Break character was gonna arrest. Yes. As bad as it hurts.
Jacko yells up. What is the meaning of this? A second dead body? Are you competent in detective and police work or not? This is supposed to be just a game. Find the criminal already! Find the murderer! This town runs on my wealth! You see the kid walk up to the staff body and you hear faintly, dagger. And then Vincent just looks up towards like the turtle and starts and looks like kind of worried.
He did say that if he was ever to kill someone, he'd do it with his own weapon.
What are you saying over there? Still in the zone of truth.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hey, Mad Dagger. He got killed with one of your daggers.
I'm gonna go back to the zone of truth at this point.
Me too.
Most of them. Well, Jacko at this point has left the zone of truth.
I'm gonna take the dagger out of the body.
Okay. Releases.
Sorry. I'm gonna walk it back over, and I'm gonna say to Mad, "Do you recognize this weapon?" I know.
We're not insinuating that.
But the craftsman has his ways. Do you remember who you might have sold this one to?
I keep a logbook at the shop.
Holy shit, let's go! Yes!
Next, I just had to remember. Find myself. And a bit stockier. At least around my height.
How tall is this guy?
He would be about as tall as the satyr, a little bit taller than the kenku, about as tall as the turtle, but shorter than the 2 biggest, the 3 biggest. He's only, the Furbolg is also pretty tall, but isn't the tallest, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and then he says,
Their voice was... They didn't speak much. They wanted, they handed me a note of what they wanted. Nobody should be able to sneak one of these in.
I'd like to look at the Kenku and see how they're dressed specifically.
like I said, a Lolita dress, similar fashion years, although I think he went more exaggerated towards the end. To mix, but there's they have a shorter frame as well, but it's still like pretty mini, like a cocktail dress, and that sort of like it is a short dress. Ruffles at the ends fade into that sort of purple gradient with bits of silver sort of lining it out. Also silver ribbon around the hat. A little bit of a veil that covers half of the side of the face with their beak sort of sticking out. They do look like visibly worried. They also did point out that.
I'm gonna point over at the satyrs. You two, don't move. And I'm gonna fully sprint over to them.
Okay.
Taking Jay with me. And I don't know if Chip is just like fucking losing his mind and just staring into the abyss, like crying.
I hobble along. I'm hobbling along. I'm following.
Okay.
So you run over to the satyr, the conjoin, right? Conjoin twins. This is Eve and Emmett. Easy to learn as soon as you meet them. What's your name? And then they say what their name are. Eve is wearing a black and red jester type outfit, almost like a Harley Quinn vibe. Emmett is wearing that silver suit and top hat. Obviously, they are split in half. Two sort of. It's kind of like the two-base outfit from Batman, where it's like the suits are threaded together. And as soon as you walk over, Eve is swaying their head back and forth like they had too much to drink, and she goes, "Oh, this is so fun, isn't it?"
Two people are dead, Eve!
it's just a party game. People die all the time. What's the big deal?
You're sick.
And then Emmett speaks. I apologize for my sister.
Hey man, cheer up. I'm gonna take them. It's all right. Just follow us, and I'm gonna guide them over to the zone.
Oh, this is fun. All right. So they do they roll separate or?
Up to you.
Are they two different minds?
Yes.
Then yeah, they do. I would say.
So Eve rolls a natural 17, and Emmett
Passes.
rolls. Five. So Emmett has to tell the truth.
Emmett
Eve does
fails. All right.
Oh, I can tell he has to tell the truth, but I don't.
Well then, let's start with you, Emmett.
Look at him. I'm scary looking at him. Mean mugging him. I'm trying to suss him out.
I have a quick question before the question starts. Is there any clocks?
I will mention that when the darkness swelled, you all did hear the loud boom of a grandfather clock. Though in the immediate vicinity, I'd say you can clock one, second floor.
Okay. So
Very big, wide, and grand, but
okay. I'm gonna keep my eye on it because, like you said, that the blackness, like it's like a
keep
blinking eye, right?
on the time. Yes. I'm guessing Julian would have shared the information he got.
Yeah.
If you forgot. So basically, like, once that the hand is moving very, very slowly, and every time it circles to 12 midnight, the day ends, and someone, whether you figured it out or not, it's murdered in the next round again.
I guess my big thing is, so is it moving like the proper amount of time? Is it second to second? No.
But it's moving slow.
Gotcha.
Emmett, this does not implicate you specifically in anything, but did you or your sister, do you recognize this dagger, aside from when it was used to kill someone?
I've seen such daggers like this before. We have daggers all over the place.
Do ones like these.
Oh, I like to collect them. It's one of her hobbies. Sort of like an ordinary dagger.
Apart from Mad Dagger, did you shop there often, Eve?
I go there all the time. Against my will.
And Emmett, you would remember being there, so do you remember possibly Eve ever mentioning or you getting a dagger with a specific tight turn on it?
What about wearing that note?
We are practicing arts of switching between control, and that is my time usually to rest when Eve has the body. I can say I remember all of the outings to Mad Dagger, though I do remember some and none least. I haven't been there. So you don't know if I'm telling the truth? And neither does Emmett. This is fun.
Emmett, what is your role in all this party murder mystery?
I am innocent. I am doctor. I studied long, arduous hours to become who I am, thus the only reason to life to exist. Where everywhere else we are ostracized. Should you require assistance, call for I can defend all obscenity.
Actually, are you able to look at the first post?
If you relinquish me and my sister as a potential
Well, maybe you, but your sister, you know what role she is as she told us.
I haven't. What would you know what my role is?
When do you switch?
Well, right now we're both cautious.
When we are both conscious, I usually allow possible. I usually allow when though I do have my own arms.
When during the party so far have you lost confidence? Well, that's fucking convenient, right, guys?
That's how it works for me, too.
I hear that if you get it wrong. Does another one get murdered?
I don't know. I was thinking about it. It's kind of like a two.
If you shackled their hands,
Such as the.
Okay, so he's a doctor. He can do autopsies. If I were to cast a spell, would it affect one or both of them?
If Zone of Truth has two separate saves, then it would probably. Unless it's.
No, not Zone of Truth. Not Zone of Truth.
I think
what's the spell?
Mental.
Like separate.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What does Sanctuary do again?
Until the spell ends, any creature targets the warded creature with an attack or other spell has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they must choose a new target.
This is kind of their whole belief, but probably.
Do I know if we have a minute or less until?
About halfway through.
Okay. How long will it be before?
About another minute.
I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Sanctuary on them on both of them, I guess. Here, Bubble, go this way. The murder will not be able to affect you directly. Yes, Jay.
We need to make our rest tonight.
I know. Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Miss DeSantis.
Miss DeSantis. Yes.
This DeSantis.
This was also my thought.
Why is that, Chad? You care to continue down that line of thinking? Okay, so you're full of shit.
Well, what is
I'm
Miss
not full
DeSantis? I
of
mean, Miss
shit.
DeSantis seems like a very nice lady. Miss DeSantis, excuse me, can we have your attention for a second? Come in here, come in the zone, come in the zone. We're actually running out of time. Miss DeSantis, get in the zone now!
30 seconds. Mrs. Sintis, who is talking with the turtle, who I guess at this point you could know their name is Marlowe, sort of like hurried and like panic walks into the zone, rolls. I'll pause it while I'm rolling the timer. Rolls it to a failure. Yeah, they're in the zone.
I know you've got a yes or no. Locked or loaded. Have you killed anyone here today?
No.
Do you know who did?
I don't know.
Have you seen anyone? Oh, shit, guys, I'm out of. What do we
How
have?
did you recognize the dagger as Mav's dagger?
The demeanor of Mr. Sintis changes from this cute and sweet to a squint and gets close and like hunched over. I have learned to observe every detail of the surroundings for safety. And then comes back to normal.
Well, in that case, did you see who was carrying a candlestick like that? Right, and I point over to the wall.
No!
Did you see who killed anyone? Do you know who the murderer is?
No!
Okay, we're almost out of time, right?
You are out of time, yes. But
No!
I'll let you say
Before it goes
something.
dark, before it goes dark,
You
I
see
reach
that,
out.
that is about to hit 12. Yep.
I reach out, I touch Miss DeSantis. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna ask her super quick. And what's your role, Miss DeSantis?
It tries to mimic Chip. I'm a townsperson?
Great. Okay, I cast a sanctuary on her too.
And with that, you all hear time's up. And the whole room
I hug Chip and Jay.
You don't hear time's up, so you hear dum or fill the room. As some people gasp in the crowd that is watching on as sort of spectators, and it fills with darkness. And this time, everyone but Jay, dead.
Hey, I'm getting murdered.
Uh-oh, dog.
You hear a voice come into your subconscious.
Is to serve and protect the interests of the innocents. Hesitation or decisions will often lead to failure. Another has been murdered tonight. Steps closer to the culprit. You'll know as well. Best stop.
What?
We're back.
We are.
This is sad.
I have to make a wisdom throw.
But that is not the body you all see when the lights return.
Oh no.
In the zone of truth, now
It's Jacko, guys.
half outside of the zone. As the light returns to your vision, you all see at once the body of the furball.
No, he was cool.
No, he was so cool.
His head caved in and smashed, bludgeoned by a foreign object. The skull completely deformed. Slumped on the side.
That's it. I'm gonna kill you. I mean arrest.
I grabbed Gillian's head and I pointed over to the lion and...
Jacko goes, "This is preposterous! You're allowing more innocents to be killed! They should have given me the role of detective and I would have found it in an instant!"
And what would
Okay,
you
let
have
him
done,
detective.
Jacko? Detective?
Well, starters, I would have asked everyone one simple question. Do you have what it takes to watch the life leave the eyes of a living person? And I would know in their gaze whether they telling the truth or not, because no one usually does. Look, we quite the animal to commit murder.
Animal. It's him.
Wouldn't you agree, guy? Claiming to be the peacekeeper, the protector of our city, though no one here is protected. And Guy starts to take off that sleeveless vest. All right, buddy, you've disrespected me for the last time.
Fine.
And the turtle actually steps forward and starts to break up this, like pointing the staff on the chest. Oh no, children. Let's not be too hasty.
No, I think he's got a point. I'm gonna run at the guy and punch him in the face.
Roll the hit. Who are you punching?
Jacko.
Jay, as this chaos ensues, it rains. You
Like
you see the clock arm moving. So roll the hit.
I want to help Gillian. I want to fight him with Gillian. I want to tag team.
So you both rolled a hit on Jacko.
Yes.
All right. I got a fucking 13 to hit. That sucks.
I got 11.
I don't think Chip hits, but no one is really wearing armor, so let me just check. Okay, so
take mine off.
naturally, the AC would be 14.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, you both hit him. It doesn't do any damage. He lets out one of those roar right back in your face, and both of you, except for actually Gillian, this time you just roll wisdom save.
I'm not scared of big kid.
Oh shit! I got a 10.
You become sort of frightened. So you are at the fighting position of Jacko.
Oh man!
Try it again and I'll rip you to shreds.
Okay, I believe you. All right. Huddle up, gang. I want to get Chip and Jay.
I'm huddled up and I'm just visibly crying.
We need to look at what we have. They don't know who did it. They don't know when someone else is gonna die. We need to arrest someone. I'm gonna pick Jacko unless you tell me not to, Jay.
Hey Gillian. Hey Jay.
Hi, Chip. Oh, you finally
Griffin
back?
joins the huddle if you allow him. His
Yeah.
chair suit. He's been sitting the whole time. Stands
Oh
up.
my God, Chair, it's you.
Can we go home?
Guys,
No,
I'm really bad at this. I don't know who did it. I just think I wish I had my sword and stab someone.
People. Oh, I have a sword here. Hand him my cane.
This is a cane.
This is really starting to piss me off.
Me too. I don't know. This doesn't even feel like. I don't know.
Are we missing something?
Here's what we have.
Any
Something's
ideas?
been stolen from. Wait, what was stolen from the beer bulk?
You have an investigation.
I'm gonna investigate the body now, yeah.
Roll an investigation, whoever with advantage. Whoever wants to lead.
Yeah, I'll lead
It
again.
is your destiny. I cast guidance.
Here comes the natural 20 for sure. Natural 20 actually!
Oh, really?
Fuck! Oh my God!
As they walk away to
Let's
investigate,
go!
can I just be standing next to what's his name? I keep wanting to call him, but I know he's not.
Griffin!
Jesus Christ. Standing next to Griffin. I just want to look at him. Can I sit on your lap?
Roll between.
Big day.
17.
So, you guys inspect the body of and you notice that the bludgeoning is rectangular, almost the shape of a book. You also notice that one of the things underneath the jacket that was in one of the holsters is missing. And one of the pages is sort of scattered in bits and pieces of those like tails and legs. And this page is a mythical creature. It's one you have to get. Natural 20 gets it.
Awesome.
You also notice bits of ash and look at the fur. The very edges of the fur.
Does it look like they are singed anywhere?
It doesn't look like ash from a particular burn on the body. More like ash from an ashtray of sorts. Something sort of smoke.
Jay, do you think you can locate these pages? No, it's from.
Oh, if it's from. I saw the book.
You
though.
saw Warhammer.
So could I actually locate object on this book? Since it's
Yeah. Can you look if the object is placed, let's say in like the equivalent of a bag of holding, you would not be able to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I don't think. Or
I don't think so. In that case, yeah, the most I'd say with another locate object spell is that by arcane means, these objects you know for sure now are disappearing once used. Intentionally. Magically.
I want to read the page on vampires. What does it say?
I want imagine a D&D book. So it's like one of the campaign books. It has like a vampire picture. Just the artwork.
What?
Some kind of
11 to
sketch.
8? That's busted!
Yeah. Some shit like that.
Guys, I have no fucking clue, to be totally honest with you. I genuinely, like, don't know, like, at all.
At this point, when the vest is removed from Guy, who's still kind of being held back, they're still shouting in the background while you guys are contemplating in your little huddle with Griffin, with the turtle sort of trying to keep this, like, with a kind face, trying to keep this, like, mellow and stuff. After you punch them, they're still kind of going at it, trying to keep the situation calm and everyone together. Mr. Sentis is just sort of shaking and looking around very frantically at the roof and stuff.
Does no one here smokes though? Like, no one here actually.
You can look.
I'd like to look at the turtle. I'd like to look at the turtle, see what the turtle has on.
I want to look at if anyone is smoking or has smoked. Like, I didn't notice anyone doing that.
Did you roll for? Okay, so who wants to lead and have a pan as Chip or Chip?
Yeah, I'll
Natural 20.
go. Holy shit!
I rolled 4 natural 20.
Christ, dude.
I'm looking this guy up and down. I want to see everything.
It's hidden, but and really only Chip would. Well, not really only Chip, but because of Chip's sort of background, there is a knot at the very tip of the staff, which you swear you've seen act as a pipe. Similar to Gandalf's pipe staff, if you need reference. It is a very specific notch where you put your mouth on it and smoke from.
Hang on, Gil, come here. Jay. And then just point over to it. Look at the staff.
It's just like balsa wood.
No. At the top, it's like I think it's a pipe staff.
So you think smoking kills? Fuck it. I just point at him and I say, arrest that man! He's smoking!
Everyone stops for a second and confused.
Because
and
because we found ashes on the body, and so the only one that could have been there was the guy that has a staff that's also a pipe. And so it all makes sense. It all makes sense now, Griffin. It all makes sense. You see, the person that walked in and slipped a note to have his voice not. Guys, I have no fucking clue who did it. I have no idea. I am still lost. Hey, Portal, what's your name? Marlowe, right?
Marlowe. And
Marlowe.
you wish to
Fool.
accuse me? I have
Fool.
done nothing thus far or interacted much. You're saying I murdered these
What's he
three.
wearing?
Like I said. Did I what?
Silver suit.
No, that's the saber. The Marlowe has a silver bow tie. And a
What? How tall is he in reference to
they're about the same size.
I want to go up.
I'm gonna
to the
throw a
total.
rock at his head.
No, don't. I want to go up to him. Okay. All right. No one's suspecting you of anything, but I just want to get something figured out. You know, this is I want to pull out a piece of paper and a pencil. Can I find that here?
You can pull it out. What are you doing?
I want to look at it. This is a magical piece of paper. And if you say something and then sign this, it can't be a lie. Okay? So this will just prove that you're innocent.
There's a little like 10 feet away. Okay. Alright.
So just say that you didn't kill anybody and write your name.
I don't see how this paper has magical properties. Are you sure you can take me at my word?
Of course.
Perhaps
You seem
I
like an
step
honest
in
guy.
the zone of truth.
No, that's okay. I'm sure you're honest. These guys just don't believe you.
He get his eyes closed, the kind eyes closed with a like sour smile. If you say so.
Can't
He's I guess he signs. You want him to sign his name?
Yeah, I just want him to write his name.
I'm trying
He
to
writes
figure out what you're trying
Marlowe.
to catch him in here, because I don't even know.
It's actually a marriage certificate.
Okay, so he writes his name on it.
No, he says a blank piece of paper.
Okay, so I take the piece of paper. I'd like to go over to Ban Mad Dagger and hand him the piece of paper and say, "Is this the handwriting on the note?"
Okay. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, if I didn't roll the natural 20 earlier, I don't think I'd remember.
Wow, good thing you rolled that.
Could be similar. But that's just an old turtle. He comes here every year.
So he's invested.
One of the oldest of the entire city. Came from the murder. I had nothing to do with it.
Wait, what?
I rolled natural investigation.
What kind of... I mean, what is it?
Unzip him and see that he's actually not.
Oh my god, there's no zipper.
He's
Like
the mayor.
you've seen, I mean, everything that is on the turtle I've described.
Yeah, I want to walk back.
It's kind
to
of
them.
just on you guys right now to make you guys are running out of time, by the way.
Okay, I don't know for sure.
Tick.
Gil, I think you should just arrest him.
Arrest him.
At very least, it gets him out of the game.
Let's see, because not anyone could have committed these kinds of crimes.
The
It needed to be
satyr
someone
yells.
strong, someone fast.
I hope you're sure, otherwise someone will get murdered again.
I'm
Running
gonna
out of time, Gil.
I'm gonna pick up a table and throw it at the turtle.
What? You have 30 seconds. You're really gonna do that?
Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna sleeper agent turn around and grab the table?
Griffin, we're gonna arrest him, okay?
What does he do? What does he do?
Wait, you have to roll a hit.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's old. All right, hang on.
It's a turtle. You got natural armor.
24 to hit.
I think that would just hit him.
It better.
You hear him as he just sort of like bends on one knee.
The murderer would have blocked it.
No!
I'm going to throw a table at Eve.
I'd stop him from throwing another fucking table.
We need to stop them. They're gonna kill someone else.
That's
You
it.
can't just throw tables at people.
Jacko shouts out, "I don't believe you're the detective. You're the murderer."
What?
As he points at
Honestly,
you.
you're throwing tables at
You're
people.
the murderer. I say that you arrest him, police officers.
What? Just because I kill people all the time?
Hey, actually, can I ask Anastasia something quickly while this ruckus is going on? Hmm? Okay. Hey, Anastasia, are there any other vampires in here? I would know she's a vampire. She bit me.
You should know by now that not everyone is as they seem. I hope you learn that lesson with me. And at this point, she starts to sort of like walks away, just towards into the crowd. And any moment now, you're looking at the clock, and it's about to fill.
I run to Gillian.
All right, tell me who. I don't know. Tell me who.
Arrest the turtle. Arrest the turtle.
He's the murderer. All right.
Turtle.
I pointed the turtle. Arrest him, I guess.
You better be fucking right about this.
Jay, what are you doing? Are you following Griffin? Or are you arresting the turtle?
Yeah, I'll arrest the turtle. I'll reveal my role as a police officer.
Okay, how do you reveal it? Do you do the whole badge? Do you stand up?
I slam my foot. This is the police. I tackle the turtle. You're under arrest.
You're right. Remain silent. Fuck. If you've been killing these people, I'm going to kill you.
And the turtle's just sort of like cowering with their hands up on their head. You walk over.
Yes, I think we made the right call.
The staff is sort of like falling on the ground, and they're like trying to shrink into their shell as you were just actually running over to bully them.
I grab the staff and break it in half.
Oh man!
Why would you do it? What
You're
did
so
you have to
bad.
gain?
Clock strikes 12, and you hear ding. But the room doesn't fill with darkness. And instead, all the candles above you, the flames rise like red pillars. And they all sort of seem to drop on the ground. And this circle of red flame, small at first, as it calms down, simmers around all of you. And you make your call. And the turtle looks up at you, or without looking up at you, whispers, "Well done." And in that moment, red flames sort of swirl around the turtle, sort of knocking you and Griffin back. Like this sort of raspberry red colored flame circle around him. This big, magnificent and almost like exaggerated swirl, a tower of flames just sort of rises up to the ceiling, and breaks a hole pass through, making the chandelier of glass break into a million scattered, sparkling, glaring pieces that start to fall to the ground, and breaks right through the ceiling of the dome to reveal a moonlight that casts almost as one singular spotlight in the center, and as that pillar of flames dissipates, in front of you, you see a very tall, slender, looming figure in this black, almost like a black trench tailcoat with a very exaggerated, insinuated, puffed collar. The whole form almost blends together like a slink of shadow. And from the face covered in silhouette, as it looks up and reveals its features, you see this slender man, very sharp, defined features.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to cry.
It's this very well-defined, these glowing red eyes, as the arrows as the fires start to dissipate, absorb into his body, suit. Red eyes, sides, pointed ears, over the wall. 12. And you smell it. You smell the exact sense that you described.
That's it.
And the man speaks to all of you as the other sort of guests, besides the dead bodies who are getting sort of picked up by Guy, you're all sort of in this vicinity now, surrounding this. And he says,
Congratulations. You have succeeded. The murder mystery. Somehow.
Yeah, why was it the torch? Guys, I honestly don't even think I got it. I don't even know. Like, what was the whole deal with the, like, why did you take the ring and, like, with the book? I don't know. Okay.
Am sorcerer Grim. Tonight's host.
My, look at you. Only once before have I seen two great runes
of our show
together.
we've put on together
Look there.
for our guests.
Fingers shudder with exuberance.
For my
Fine work, brave tarnished.
murders.
The greater will is
Who is
pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the
circle of
earth
red flame
and an audience
starts
with
to
Queen
build
Marika
around you,
to
almost like
become
radiance.
Elden Lord
Cut
and
off
restore the golden
arena in
order.
the middle of the ballroom,
The fingers expect
and people start to
as
panic.
much from you as they
The
do
seals
young
on the
Kitty.
stairs drop. The seal on the door drops,
Take
and it
this.
bursts open,
A
allowing
token
those who
of
wish to
farewell.
run, and those who wish to partake in this finale stay. As it seems, Grim is preparing for the showdown.
Hey, so actually, we
Well,
don't
we're
really want to
already here.
murder you.
Yeah, might as well.
That's it. Done. Crisscross. I was lost.
With the rage building up next to you, that sort of aura. This is definitely who he was looking for, and it is the sorcerer
Become
you are looking for.
Oh,
Overwhelmed by the sheer amount of arcane power.
So they're not really dead, right?
Yeah, I'm with him.
Also, can you look at my bird?
They're really dead.
What the? Why the fuck do you invite people that to your party that are esteemed in the city and then kill them? You fucking asshole.
That's pretty fucked up.
Unless you avenge them with my life, the show will not end.
Well, hey, I wanted to talk to you. I have a problem. Something you can help me with. And we have
I have a bird.
There's a bird.
We have a
bird.
We're hoping you can help our bird.
Hey, if you can help our bird, we'll kill you afterwards.
Pick up a
To the
table.
next session with initiative, should you wish. Well, we are going to jump into initiative on the next session. We're ending the session here. That's it. That's the session. That's the whole thing. It's finished.
Marika, but even in
Guys,
shadow,
I
greater
feel
the
so dumb.
finger
I feel like the dumbest
too.
motherfucker in the world.
Let's go to Just Roll With It, where they can tell me how awful I am for making them feel dumb on the D&D game.
I thought when he said kind eyes,
That motherfucker. Guilty. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I just wanted to quickly give a special thank you to our patrons, such as Baka7, Cal's The Folded Pizza Zone, The Awesome Man, F-Bomb02, Fly Guy, Amber Curry, Robert Gangware, Man-Made Imp, Blue Star 418, Your Personal Jester, Jordan Darlin, Red Sus Over Paradise, Sleepy Wither, Sahara Lester, Mr. Nacho, Wild James, Rekate, Kev Senpai, The Letter 7, Finra, Mitchell Iverson, Mithril Gear 417, Juzombo, Gorillion Fried Strider, Boss Goat, Rykard Zinn, Artemis Loves You, Definitely Not a Turtle, Everett Stoker, Probins, Netven, Deathclaw, Race with Style, Scarab 5, Sandy 007, William Smith, Cheshire, Lublem Block, Bowling Ball Iron, Zerberus, Elvish Cyborg, Neko Lord, Alyssa, Dreamstrider,
Lord Ticklefish, Spinax, Buttery Toast, Raytheon, Expoogaloo. Serene is actually a skeleton. Material Seaweed, Gillian's biggest fan. Cornier Comet, Jumpiest Venus 34, your NB Pal Foul, Riker Kurotu, Nonxolotl, Salutation, JRWI Enjoyer, and of course, Jay Newell. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you next week, hopefully.
Let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Tim Curry is going to space. In space, there is no capitalism. But particularly, if he's going to the moon, well, what else is not on the moon? Atmosphere. No atmosphere, no protection from the sun. Those rays are going to be blasting him like crazy. Radiation, new levels. And you know what that means? It means he needs our sponsor today, Blender's Eyewear. The sun? Cringe, painful, my eyes squinty, radiation. Blender's Eyewear, great, excellent, build quality, feel excellent, the look, not cringe. Sun diffused. Because Blender's Eyewear is a fantastic and affordable option for you to wear in case the sun ever gets a little uppity. They feel good. I love their colors. These ones are purple because purple is one of my favorite colors. Bricky fact. Magenta is my favorite color. The purple is pretty up there. And right here, smooth. No matter where I'm at, the beach, the mall, outer space, or in my own home right here, these things have got me covered. The Blender's Eyewear feels great. I think they look great, and they come at an affordable cost with a variety of excellent styles, colors, and frames for you specifically. If you want to tell the sun it's cringe, you go to blenderseyewear.com and use code BrickyVIP for 15% off. Check the description now if you want to cop yourself some of their fantastic choices. And let's talk about Tim Curry. Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, currently doxing any and all allied players using cryocopters. So it seems my prior video on Kane's Wrath reached out into the void of YouTube and grabbed all of its players out of their geriatric homes to reminisce on the good times of that fantastic game. I had a whole lot of, I've never seen your content, Bricky, but Kane's Wrath was my shit, and god damn it, I'm glad we have that in common. So I'm nothing if not business oriented, so why not talk about another Command & Conquer game, the last decent one and the last one before EA completely crushed its franchise, Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, that came out very quickly after Kane's Wrath. Red Alert 3, the final Red Alert game of the beloved Red Alert series of Command & Conquer, because there's a couple of variations of it, Generals and Tiberium Wars and Red Alert. And the third game came out in 2009, and it came out right after Kane's Wrath, which I won't lie, gave me a little bit of whiplash. Red Alert 3 might be the polar opposite of the Tiberium Wars games. While Tiberium Wars focused a bit more on macro, this game focused a lot more on micro. In Tiberium Wars, while it was still a little cheesy, it took its topic somewhat seriously. In Red Alert 3, it is all farce. It is all memes. While the characters and units sounded somewhat grounded in Tiberium Wars, in Red Alert, it's... kill them like watermelon! It is a total fucking parody. However, that doesn't make it bad. It makes it specific. It dedicates itself to a particular audience. Those who prefer the micro gameplay, those who prefer the art style and the voice acting and the cheese. Red Alert 3 is a game that I don't believe many people consider to be nearly as good as 1 and 2, because while I did not play Red Alert 1 and 2, I do hear a lot of, it's not quite the same. But it is still a classic source of fun over balance, fun over overall, well, function and health. And that's not always a bad thing. You can't point at Modern Warfare 2, one of the most popular games ever, my childhood, and tell me, yeah, Ricky, that game was balanced. One of the best FPS games ever made, Titanfall 2, is an unbalanced mess, at least when you get really good at it, but it is still goddamn fun. And Red Alert 3, it's some goddamn fun. It might actually be having too much fun. And we'll talk about that in the campaign.
Nixon was framed and Kennedy was a commie?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, disclaimer. Deals with Soviets, very evil, crazy Russians, Imperial Japan, all this kind of stuff. Russia, modern time, things going on right now in the world. It's not something I'm going to bring up. It's not something that actually matters in the context of this review. And this discussion of the game will be as if it's not happening. But I wanted to say it because we're all adults here, and I wanted to at least make it clear that, you know, elephant in the room. Okay, anyway. So the Russians invent time travel. Soviet Union is on the brink of collapse, and Tim Curry, and they decided to use their time machine to travel back to Brussels sprouts in 1927 and assassinate Albert Einstein. This changes the course of history as nuclear warfare was never invented, and then Tim Curry becomes the new prime minister or supreme prime minister or whatever of the Soviet Union, and the Russians are about to control the entire Western world. They are on the brink of victory instead of collapse thanks to their assassination of Albert Einstein. However, with no Albert Einstein means no nukes. And, well, no nukes means a certain other nation didn't have any setbacks. So a combination of technologically advanced, feudal, and imperial Japan, known as the Empire of the Rising Sun, is now a massive force. They are technologically superior, have crazy new stuff coming around, and they believe that world domination is their divine destiny. And they have begun a three-way world war between the Soviets, the Allies, and the Empire of the Rising Sun. The plot is just straight up shenanigans. The entire thing is a vehicle for some of the dumbest dialogue ever written and some of the most school-level play acting you can get. It is riding that thin line of hilarious and cringy and constantly falls on both sides all the time. They decided to populate the entire main cast with either A-list celebrities or supermodels. All the in-game commandos are straight up supermodels in this game. They are the stereotype of each one. The Allies have a double pistol wielding blonde bombshell. The Soviets have the strong, tough sniper Dragunov Natasha commando. And the Japanese have a schoolgirl outfit, pigtails, angry, angsty young girl with psychic powers. And the cast, holy fuck, the cast. You've got Tim Curry doing this Russian accent thing. You've got J.K. Simmons as the President of the United States. Jonathan Price is a field marshal. George Takei is the fucking emperor. Ric Flair is the goddamn commander. And David Hasselhoff is the vice president. And the shit they say.
We have altered the space-time continuum.
Now that we have a common enemy. Bullpucky.
Listen, sir. I was just, you know, going through the conversation.
Our enemy was grasping deeply into the motherland's tender nerves. Los Angeles is the hub of the Allied propaganda.
Freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, apple pie. Did I say freedom? Well, it's worth saying again.
I will root out the enemy within.
You are made of... The sheer volume of A-list actors in this thing, in like the complete farce that it is. You can tell none of them are taking it seriously. Tim Curry is consistently laughing at his voice lines. And those are the takes they kept. It's surreal. Like, J.K. Simmons is actually a Japanese robot spy that they infiltrated to become the president. And then George Takei's like, rips out some wires and J.K. Simmons has a fucking meltdown. The ending of the Allied campaign has one of the briefing ladies, I forget her name, I think it's Jenna Atkinson, whoever, and the supermodel Commando both dressed up to take you out on a hot date tonight. That's the ending of the Allied campaign. Japanese campaign, same thing, but on a beach. And you know what's the best part about this? It translates over to gameplay. It's just as silly with its style and its units. So a bit ago, there was a Mario game. I forget which one, right? And Mario had a sombrero. And then a whole bunch of pasty ass fucking college students that looked like me made a whole bunch of journal articles about why it's super fucking racist, you know, because they had nothing better to do with their time. And then right after that, all of the fans from like Mexico and stuff of Mario were like, yo, that's fucking dope. That's the guy's sombrero. And it made them all look like total clowns. I feel like this game is that same test, just edgier. All of the factions are insane stereotypes. Everything. The Allies, the Russians, and the Japanese. They are all incredibly stereotypical. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in certainly an offensive way, but in a funny way. Red Alert 3 likes its stereotypes. It likes them a lot, and it uses them everywhere. Like, I asked some Russian friends of mine about like what they thought about Red Alert 3 when it came out, that super evil Russian stereotype, and apparently it was generally well received. They call it Klukva? I'm pronouncing this very poorly, but just that super over-the-top evil Russian stereotype. And apparently it's kind of funny because Red Alert is absolutely that. The Soviets, which are my personal favorite of the three factions, have war bears. They have conscripts with AKs and Molotovs. They have Gulag flak troopers. They have the hammer tank and the sickle walker. Their engineer is just, yeah.
I think that was my good lung.
The submarine sounds like it's gonna sink at basically any moment.
What's that dripping sound? Are the scanners working?
And oh, we can't forget about the Kirov airship.
Drop another load. Oh yeah. Ah, that's nice.
The volume of like Soviet pride is so funny, but their patriotism is actually kind of cool. The sheer patriotism in some of their units is really fun to listen to, particularly the Soviet dreadnought, who just has some of the best voice lines.
Can you feel the Soviet might? Enemies of the Union shall burn.
And then you got the Apocalypse tank, who is the whole thing.
The apocalypse has begun. We will bury them.
Moving over, though, the Empire of the Rising Sun is a combination of feudal Japan, Imperial Japan, and anime stereotypes. You've got units that go the anti-infantry route, where you have jets that kind of skim around, but then can turn into jets and fly around, or bipedal helicopters that fire missiles, enormous Oni mechs, and also tsunami tanks that literally scream the word cavalry. You've got like Naginata cruisers and Shogun battleships. The average Imperial warrior has a gun, but also a laser katana that he can charge you with. And for the anime part, you know, besides the Oni mechs and mecha, you also have like rocket angels and the commando. Also, you have the engineer, which, I mean, look at that walk cycle. Look at that run cycle. I actually like their style quite a lot. High-tech Japanese is a pretty common thing to do because it's such a high-tech country. But also at the same time, I like the combination of throwing it with Imperial Japan and having that Imperial Japanese nature to them. The zealotism they have in their divine right for world domination is very cool, but they also have this sort of professionalism. Certain units, particularly the Shogun battleship and the Wave Force artillery, one of my favorites, have this just very like calm, strong demeanor about them.
The day of the Shogun has arrived. They will soon bow to our flag. We will take them by force. The Shogunate will be pleased.
And then you contrast that with things like the Mecha Tengu and the Commando and Rocket Angels, and it becomes really fun. It's a nice hybrid. Fuck, man. The Commando's special ability literally creates the Imperial flag. Like, what else could you ask for? As far as the Allies go, they themselves look a bit more generic. However, they are basically every single Western stereotype, and not just America, but also like British area combined. The sheer volume of nationalities is actually what's pretty cool about it. You've got your pretty standard, like, white peacekeeper cop kind of guy with the peacekeeper, the riot shield, and the shotgun. Your javelin troopers are all basically football players, literally saying lines like football players.
Sack 'em, blitz 'em. Here comes the Hail Mary.
The engineer is a complete fucking dweeb.
Excelsior! Piece of pie!
His jet ski, as well as the funniest thing ever. They've got a James Bond style spy that can bribe people to turn traitor. Guardian tanks and multi-gunners are by far the most evil of them all. The British.
Hey, mate. Someone's a little cheesed off. Eat a tick.
Mirage tanks are incredibly French.
Aha! C'était fatal!
Hydrofoils are Jamaican.
Take their guns away! Scramble them eggs!
The big satellite laser truck is just a call center lady.
Anything else I can do for you? One moment, sir.
Sentry bombers have that deep southern accent.
No more belly aching from them. Oh!
And aircraft carriers are there to blow your ears out.
Aircraft carrier leaving port. Tall and proud.
In fact, there's actually a comment on my Kane's Wrath video that I think describes this a lot better than I can. I can't stress enough how important voice acting is in an RTS. You're going to be hearing the same voice clips hundreds of thousands of times, and the best ones are iconic and never leave your head. It's a great way to put it. When you're building stuff and clicking things and ordering people around, you're gonna be hearing those voice lines again and again and again and again and again, and they need to be good or else they're gonna be so tiring. Keeping those sound effects up, keeping that voice acting solid is paramount, and it's something that, despite the silliness, they do incredibly well in this game. This actually might be the reason why I enjoy Red Alert 3 so much, despite it being entirely inferior to Kane's Wrath. See, Red Alert's gameplay is actually the part I have the biggest problem with. There's a lot of things they did to the game that I either don't like on a personal level or simply feel like it's just not well balanced. For example, like harvesting your resources is massively cut down compared to Command & Conquer.
Yo guys, what is up? Moxie here with another Elden Ring video, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 faith.
Bro, you're telling me this whole time you choose playing through my stream? Fuck, bro.
Did you manage? Oh, excellent. Well done. I knew how. Go ahead. Right then. I've much. What's that, Lowell? Under the Earth tree, even the vulgar shall not be left. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, just you what? Oh. Wait, you got it. What made you go? My mum was a seaman. That sewing kit was. I always wanted to be just. Then. Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seaman. Then I suppose I